Yo, family, high value basketball. We are back once again with the best basketball commentary on the planet. Man, we got to do a breakdown of the 76ers versus the Brooklyn Nets. More preseason action, y'all. Ain't it grand? God love to have basketball back. Anywho, it was a pretty decent game, y'all. Pretty decent game. It was, of course, a battle of the benches for the most part. We did get to see some starter action for Brooklyn. We did not get to see any Joel Embiid or James Harden, unfortunately, for the 76ers. So, looks like we ran a little 36ers action out there. But even with the 36ers running, they actually still win the game. And we'll talk about that in a second. But first, we'll just get right into them because I'll save Brooklyn for last. So, really just talking about them, man, they really did show that they are a fairly deep team. They really did remix this roster a little bit. They really did shore up some much needed spaces. And it does seem like the handful of bucks that James Harden gave back to management, they did use it in a very decent kind of fashion. Of course, we had Maxey showing out, doing his thing, who's really the real wing MVP of this team. He put up a good 20 points. And just collectively, man, collectively, they really did show themselves to be a more well-rounded squad, a more seasoned squad. Cork Maz, he had 15 points as well, making things happen. And this really is the difference between these two teams, man. Of course, Brooklyn, they're stacked at the top with the big names, but for what it looks like as far as from positions, from what players ranked, 4 through 15, the rest of the squad down, 76ers have the up. And, this is one of the benefits. And this is really what KD gets, for doing this whole experiment of trying to make essentially super team, with big names and things of that nature and all this roster turnover. When you finally do get your roster settled, what it does somewhat look like they have, even with that, because there's barely any continuity, and of course things are so heavy at the top that the support players that you do have, they're not really that great, or they're only one-dimensional, or they just simply don't have that same ability like a 76ers group has, where they're just way more cohesive due to time being played together, and there's a good offensive scheme, and they feel off of each other very well. Brooklyn does not have that. It's going to take them a while to get it. They have, of course, a whole season, to figure all of that out. But when it comes to playoff time, that's going to be the difference. I already see that happening now. That's going to be the difference between them and like a 76er squad if they happen to face up. But going over to Brooklyn. Brooklyn was pretty fun to watch, especially when they had all three starters on the team. Was that Simmons, KD, and Kyrie on the floor? They actually flow pretty darn well. I'm gonna give them that, even just for being in a preseason game. Ben Simmons is up to his usual tricks. He was making some crazy passes. That dude definitely has the LeBron gift for real. Like, he can see stuff on the court that nobody else sees, and like nobody sees it coming. The cameraman included. He had that one cross-court pass where he flicked it super fast. I believe it was the Kyrie, maybe not, maybe it was O'Neal, whomever, and they sunk the three. He had the one fast break where it looks like he was gonna go up for a layup or a dunk, then he flicked it behind his head to the right. To who was that? The Claxton who put down the monster slam. Man, it's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch Ben Simmons chop teams up, man. They really are gonna get some very good highlight plays as a unit. Of course, KD did his thing out there per usual. He had a quiet 13, didn't even realize he did that because Claxton, he had a loud 12, a very loud 12, all of those dunks and, getting things by the rim. As I said in my earlier video about this team, Claxton is going to be a great beneficiary of everything that's going on with the superstars on the team, man. He's definitely going to be their fourth best player, probably on some nights the third, given the fact that Simmons doesn't shoot like that. But yeah, man, this Brooklyn team, they're heavy at the top. The superstar heavy at the top, maybe the three of them can carry, while they're all in the game, things like that. But it is that usual super team issue where as soon as the three of them are not on the floor at any given moment, that is when the talent falls off. So we saw that with the score as Brooklyn took the L. And we just going to have to watch and see how they grow, if they gel, and if the support players can step it up, man. But that is the tale of the two cities for that night. High value basketball. Like, share, and subscribe, family. Until the next one. Peace.